Every time their newborn son fell asleep, a 100-pound German Shepherd did the same strange thing. He would not let anyone lay the baby down for a nap unless he was lying right beside the crib. The parents thought it was sweet, a retired police dog who had quietly adopted their son, until 3:14 in the morning when the nursery camera caught Kaiser doing something that made them realize he had never been cuddling that baby at all. He had been standing guard over every single breath. Emily and Jason Carter never planned on owning a dog like Kaiser. He was 100 pounds, 6 years old, and the most decorated canine in the Louisville Police Department. For 5 years, he had one partner, Emily's younger brother, Officer Cole Reyes, badge number 447. And 3 weeks before their son Mason was born, Cole was killed in the line of duty. He was 31 years old. At the funeral, Kaiser lay in front of the casket for almost 4 hours and would not move. In the weeks after, the dog stopped eating. He dropped 11 pounds. The department's vet warned that a grieving working dog can waste away, and that Kaiser, trained, intense, and heartbroken, was no candidate for a home with a newborn. Everyone agreed. The department wanted to place him with another officer. Jason's parents begged Emily not to bring a 100-pound police dog into a house with a 3-week-old baby. But Emily had made Cole a promise once, half joking, years earlier. If anything ever happened to him, she would take care of Kaiser. So 9 days after the funeral, she signed the transfer papers and brought her dead brother's partner home. I still see you haven't subscribed, and for a dog who just lost the one person he loved most in the world, that stings more than you know. Do him a favor and hit that subscribe button. You have to see what Kaiser does at 3:14. The first 48 hours were tense. Kaiser walked into that house, swept every room like he was still on patrol, and then he found the nursery. He stood over the crib and looked at Mason asleep for a long, still moment. And from that second on, the grieving police dog had a new assignment. He would not let anyone put Mason down for a nap alone. Not Emily, not Jason, not Jason's mother, who tried once and found 100 pounds of shepherd calmly stepping between her and the crib. The routine never changed. When Mason got drowsy, Kaiser walked to the nursery, waited by the door, and refused to lie down until the baby was in the crib and he was directly beneath it. Then he'd rest his chin on his paws, point his nose up toward the mattress, and stay there. 2 hours, 3 hours, however long the nap lasted, without moving. If Emily tried to nap Mason in the living room instead, Kaiser would pick up the baby's blanket in his mouth, carry it to the nursery, and look back at her. The message was not subtle. He naps where I can watch him. At first, it unsettled them. A police dog trained to sign things, fixated on their sleeping son. They almost called the department to come take him back. Then they started paying attention to when he did it, because Kaiser didn't do it every time. Most naps he'd lie down, relaxed, half asleep himself. But 2 or 3 times a week, he'd get restless, pacing, whining softly, pressing his nose harder against the crib slats. Emily started writing it down. And every single time Kaiser got restless, Mason woke up 20 minutes later with a slight fever, a stuffy nose, or a cough. The dog was 20 minutes ahead of every symptom. Nobody could explain it. There was one moment Emily says she will never forget. 6 weeks in, she was folding laundry at 9 p.m. and found one of Cole's old uniform shirts at the bottom of a box. The grief hit her at once. Her little brother, 31 years old, gone. She sank down onto the nursery floor and cried. And Kaiser, who had not left the baby's side in weeks, stood up, walked to her, and pressed his big head against her chest, the same thing he used to do for Cole after a hard shift. For a moment, the grieving dog and the grieving sister just held onto each other on the floor. Then Mason stirred, and Kaiser immediately turned back to the crib. He was still on duty. He would always be on duty. If Kaiser is getting to you, you already know these are exactly the stories we make this channel for, and the part at 3:14 is coming. By month 2, the neighbors had stopped crossing the street. The same dog that a police vet had called too dangerous and too broken for a house with a newborn had become the gentlest shadow that baby had ever known. The same 100 pounds that could take down a grown man on a single command spent his days pointing his nose at a crib, counting a baby's breaths. Emily had stopped being afraid. She had started sleeping through the night again because Kaiser never really did. And then came the one night that changed everything. It was a Tuesday, 3:14 in the morning. Emily and Jason were asleep. Mason had gone down 4 hours earlier, and the house was completely silent. Then the nursery camera on Emily's phone lit up with motion, and an alert buzzed on the nightstand. On the screen, Kaiser was on his feet in the dark, and he was not calm. He was pawing at the crib, then spinning to the door, then back to the crib, barking a sharp, frantic bark they had never once heard from him. Jason got there first. He looked down into the crib, and for one horrible second, his brain refused to understand what he was seeing. Mason was still, too still. His lips had gone gray. He was not breathing. Jason screamed for Emily, snatched the baby up, and while she dialed 911 with hands that wouldn't hold steady, Jason, who had taken a 90-minute infant CPR class 5 months earlier and prayed he would never need it, started rescue breaths. 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2 more breaths, and somewhere around the 40th second, Mason coughed, gasped, and started to scream. The paramedics arrived in 6 minutes. They said the baby had gone into a sudden apnea episode. His breathing had simply stopped in his sleep, and that the dog's alert had bought the 40 seconds that saved his life. The doctors confirmed it later. Kaiser had never been guarding Mason from anything outside that house. He had been listening to something inside it, the tiny changes in a newborn's breathing that no baby monitor in that nursery had ever caught. Kaiser had heard a baby stop breathing through a closed door. The same dog nobody wanted was the only reason a 5-month-old took his next breath. Mason is 2 years old now. He is healthy, loud, and completely obsessed with the dog who saved him. Kaiser is 8. He still refuses to let anyone put Mason down for a nap without him. He still points his nose up at the mattress and counts. And every year on the day Cole died, Emily drives Kaiser to the cemetery, where the old canine lies down in front of a headstone marked with badge number 447, the same way he did on the very first day, and stays there until she is ready to go home. Emily kept her promise to her brother, and in the end, her brother's dog kept a promise none of them ever knew he had made. When a dog won't leave a spot, when he paces and whines and stares at something you cannot see, don't dismiss it. They hear what we can't. They sense what we lost the ability to sense a long time ago. And sometimes the dog everyone calls too dangerous, too broken, too much is the one thing standing between the people you love and a silence you would never come back from. Trust them. They are almost always trying to tell you something. Everyone told Emily that a grieving 100-pound police dog had no business near a newborn. That dog saved the newborn's life. Would you have trusted Kaiser, or would you have sent him back like they told her to? Tell me in the comments. A grieving 100-pound police canine refused to let a newborn baby nap without him, and what the nursery camera caught at 3 a.m. saved the baby's life. A loyal German Shepherd, a fallen officer's partner, and the night this rescue dog heard something no baby monitor ever could. Kaiser was the most decorated canine on the force, until his handler was killed in the line of duty. Everyone said a heartbroken 100-pound police dog had no place near a newborn. Then came 3:14 in the morning. If you believe dogs can sense what we can't, this story is for you. When a dog won't leave a spot, there is always a reason. Trust him.